switch out the headphones because the cat has eaten my controller. Headphones because the cat has eaten my controller. Headphones because the cat has eaten my controller. Headphones. Let's not do that.
Well, it was working.
So the headphones on my controller work. Those are not the microphone on my controller works. It's not the one I want to be using. Microphone on my controller is not one I want to use. It picks up way too much background noise.
Oh.
It's very unpleasant to listen to. How about now? Hey, all right.
Yay! I need a new set of headphones.
Yep, gonna order them now. While I'm thinking of it. Don't mind me, guys. Just really quickly getting some technical difficulties worked out.
I no longer hear anything.
That's because I muted it.
Oh, okay.
All right. I like the largest headphones I can get, so I'm going to go with these. Well, yeah, that's the only cheap one, so let's get that one. All right. I need $25 because my cat ate my headphones. I kept trying to stop him from doing it, and he just loves the little end and just playing with it and biting it, and yeah. Yep. Cat ate my headphones. Okay. So, with that out of the way, let's play some Final Fantasy XIV, shall we? Time to catch a poacher. So we're gonna pick up these old these alternate jobs. Pick up the next level on those. Also, my brain is really malfunctioning this morning, so I was joking with my wife that I'm no longer fluent in my own language, which is unfortunate because I don't have any other languages. So, apologies for the fact that my brain is running at like 35 capacity right now. Okay, Guild Messalesian was to go to Brothers Druthers. You've come at a good time, Pieter. I have a task for you. A petition has arrived from the proprietor of Boscaran's Druthers, out of the South Shroud. The petitioner, Boscaran himself, has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. The three of us? You mean Pieter, myself, and... It would be better if I went alone, Lucien. The Macote and the other one will only encumber me. No, Sylvia, you will go as three. Also, it is past time you recognize Pieter as a fellow archer. I have not. I have held my tongue on the matter of continued presence here, but I will bend no further. Who in the seven hells do you think you are, Bolord Laren? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiver master anymore. That may be, but I've shed blood defending our borders, unlike you savage. savage! You know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough. Time to toss my old headphones. It has successfully destroyed them. Well done, cat. But one more word, and you shall have to cause to regret your petulance. The three of you will go to Boscaran's Druthers in the South Shroud. Now, out of my sight. Quest accepted. What's the matter?
I'm trying to figure out how to...
Get on my stream?
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Looks like the only options are the quit. How do I do that?
Exit and come back.
Oh, there it is. I keep forgetting it's below start.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted by waifu trying to get her computer running. It's like, yeah, I want to play.
Well, I've been for a long time without playing.
You did. Ah, you lot must be from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends. Now, as your guildmaster will have said, I put in a request for some keen-eyed archers to help me track down a gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts. If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the God's Quiver nor the Wood Whalers deem them worthy of attention. Why then did you imagine them worthy of ours? Because they ain't no common poachers. They're Pawa Mujak's gang. They say she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead. I reckon she's hiding out there, somewhere. Thing is, I can't send my people out searching. I made a pact with the Red Belly Bandits, see? We stay out of their territory, and they don't make no trouble for the Druthers. That being so, if I summoned the massed ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all seven hells would swiftly break loose, assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it, though, I've got 3 keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead, all without raising no alarms. We understand. You may leave the matter to us. Leah, Theater, split up and scour the area for any signs of these poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go. Buh. I love that jazzy Beethoven's Ninth that they play in that room. Bum ba da bum ba dum ba dum bum ba da bum ba bum. Found the butcher's arrow. That's a clue, right? Scared off my joke bird, that's for sure. Okay, you guys insist on dying, fine. I will oblige. Alright, let's check out these empty mead bottles then. Got 2 out of 3 clues. Since in the early portion I am playing a lot of job missions, you won't be able to join me on a lot of these. Sorry, kitty, those are the rules. Maybe if you hadn't eaten my headphones, I would have been letting you. Found an iron leg trap. I know, kitty. I startled you by reaching down to touch you.
Like, hey.
Which he specifically came down here for me to reach down and touch him. Love me.
That's me.
Not like that. Wait, I wasn't ready for love. Now I am. An iron leg trap and a poacher's arrow. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find power. And these mead bottles are but old refuse. From before the Druthers was even built, they have no connection to the gang. What do you know of this Powell woman, Silver? I know that she's the most infamous poacher ever to walk the 12-sword. A born leader, deadly with a bow, she formed her own gang, the McCoat Hunters. She was apprehended once, and would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her, before vanishing without a trace. Is that so? In any case, we've scoured the area, found nothing. How do we know this power was ever even here? I say we inform the God's Quiver and the Wood Whalers, taking care not to implicate Buscaron, and leave the rest to them. This does not concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania, dear. Poor Majuk is a savage and utterly amoral poacher whose actions, however indirectly, threaten the city's well-being. But what would a vagrant like you know of a duty to one's homeland? No more than he, I suspect. How dare you? And you, Peter, say something. I'm just going to let this man talk until he embarrasses himself further. You see, even he knows it to be true. His silence speaks volumes. Damn it, Peter, say something. Listen, now's not the time for this. Very well. We will return to the matter at hand. Mayhap we should take a second look at the clues you've gathered. Look all you want. The trap and the arrow we found suggest poaching. There's nothing remotely unusual about them. What do you think we should examine, Peter? The iron leg trap should be the most likely culprit. Trap is a common tool used for hunting beasts. Such devices do not distinguish between friend and foe. Would have been the cause of much tragedy for both man and chocobo. Gridanian hunters would never stoop so low. Poachers, meanwhile, are wont to litter the forest floor with these accursed things. That said, I see nothing here that leads us to power. Okay, the arrow then. We know this is a poacher's arrow. Beyond that, it tells us nothing. Fine. The mead bottles, then. Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you, these bottles predate the Druthers. There's no connection with this matter. But these bottles are so old. What do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait. Before the calamity, Buscaron often served as a sentry. Yet even then, he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern. It was the open secret that he had brewed his own private stock. If some survived, of course, Buscaron's scar, his old lookout post. It may not be Port Mujuk, but we must investigate at once. Alright, let's do this. So I'm guessing I should be done with all these little side mission things by 8. Okay, fine. You want to die? I would like. Look in the murders and procure it, but whatever. Okay, let's try that again. Yep, you got the sparrow.
Is on my shoulder.
Any signs? Look, the ground is covered in Makota's footprints. These tracks are fresh. Very fresh. I'd wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled, else they'd be hiding near. Take cover. Eh? And there was thinking we'd caught ourselves some of the meddling, bloody masqueraders. Not that I'm complaining. Hiding your face downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced. Speaking of ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? You would lecture us on manners? Truly, I've heard it all. They have us outnumbered. We'd best split up. The leader's mine. I'll try to isolate her from the litter. Sylvia, Pieter, the rest I leave to you. As you will. Okay, I need to remove the enemies. Focus on my target here then. We can take her down together. Don't let them get away. We gotta teach him. Finish her quickly while she's weak. Take out this here. Hell's bells, why won't you two die? Okay, lots of this. Down. Now what? Oh, we win. That's what. Was that the last of them? Have you seen Eliho? With me, Pieter. That was a poor, piss-poor showing, sister. And you call yourself a keeper, a hunter with no fangs and nothing but prey. No. Ah, bugger, looks like playtime is over. We'll be seeing you, sister. Alright. Back to the Scaren's druthers. Used to run a gang of bandits, me. Nasty they was. Killers and worse. Of course, that was before Boscaran set me straight and narrow. Now the druthers is like me second home, and I'd gladly get any bandit who come here looking to make trouble. You mean gut? 7 hells over my old post, and they drink me old mead. That stings most of all. Well, 'tis past time the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messengers to the wood whalers in God's quiver. The red-bellied bandits won't like that one bit, but I'll see they're told exactly who the military is after. I hope it'll be enough. Of course, Pawa Mijuk's no fool. Now that she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be gone long by the time the next bell sounds. And the trail won't stay fresh long, either. Anyway, you've done me a great kindness, friends. To Luciana, I appreciate the help. Great, let's return back to Gridania. Welcome back, Pieter. Sever tells me you encountered Pillage of Majuk. No Gridanian can fail to recognize that name, so oft has it been spoken, and with its bitterness. I fear we lack the strength to face for ourselves. This is a matter for the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of our art. Ah, and I was surprised to know that Leah and Sylvain were not loggerheads until upon their return. I presume we owed this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence. No? Modest to the last. Truly, your every deed bespeaks the clarity of vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share that perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As you go forth and temper your skills in battle, know that we will always look forward to your return. Well, that's good. Apparently I need the gloves. Okay, let's change jobs to Feudalist. I am the knight. I am Batbunny. Haemon would request your aid in his training.
I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them when you did, son. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. And I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you, Pieter. I want you to meet me at the Sagoli Desert at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious coat maidens this side of Eolia. Oh, gosh, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again.
Okay, well, that wasn't creepy at all. And there in the desert is the gold saucer. Right near the Forgotten Springs. Alright, Heyman, stop peeping. We got fighting to do.
This landscape brings me back. It does. Sand as far as the eyes can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. Oh, I well remember these things. Oh, but my body's forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That's where I've seen you enter, Peter. Sparring with you is what got me first back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. But before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need to warm up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. These enormous buggers never knew what hit them. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you'd best run along and give them more of the same.
Defeat the sandworms. Okay, well, the spice must flow, so let's punch these things to death. But first, the rest of yours. You looked at me funny. Oh, the sun rose while I was studying these things. Okay, that's 2. Just go on the map where they're marked. A couple over there. That should get us the rest of the way there. Alright, taken care of.
Ah, so you've seen the sandworms. Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfar, I'll need more than just endurance. I need to remember how each strike transitions to the next, and you're going to help refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me.
Punch on him 3 times.
Hit me, Peter, with everything you've got. Don't hold back. Give us more. feel it working. This is the feeling. This is it. Ha ha! This is what I call growing pains. Now we fight. I'll give it all I can. I'm not finished yet. Mark me. The next round will be mine. Brace yourself, Peter. I have a mind to finish this. I'm nothing if not persistent. I have it.
Duty complete.
I think I've got it. As the river flows to the sea, heedless of all the bars of its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Peter. The raging torrent of your blows has been a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything.
Master, it's Wegfar, the man back in Ul'dah, and he's demanding that you fight him now.
So it begins. Very well. I shall go settle the score with Wegfar. He'll be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned.
I'm better at it. I am the knight. No one can recognize me out of the white clothing. Let's go Lake Farm.
Didn't expect you to come so soon after it all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now, and you can put an end to all this mummer's farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. The only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to swim out of his own self-run challenge. Well, I'm going to make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt.
They say Holy Fist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right here in the avenue? Is it safe?
I see age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny it to you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head gets flying. Just like the old times, eh, Wegfar?
Hurrah. You see that? I'm sure as hell as didn't. He was too fast.
No, this can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your asses out of here, all of you. Oh, you can't win honest, so you win cheaty, huh? In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. Just a draft of it, and your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger.
Uruka, but why?
I refuse to fight at the sight of cheats. Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mother will recognize you. Now, Peter. Got him.
You did it. Master Heyman, you won.
Master. No, Chuchuru, we won. This victory wasn't mine alone.
Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible. You wiped the avenue with those crooks. I'm going to tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here.
Our work here is done. Let us go home to the guild.
Success.
I want to thank you again, Peter. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Maruka's come to his senses and Chuchu's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I will have no more to do with Alakran. I will roam the land till I find myself and strive to become the greatest pugilist, like you.
You've only just returned and you're leaving us already? Oh, I don't suppose there's aught I can say that will change your mind. But if you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here.
Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind you'll do me proud. As for you, Peter, your combinations were a sight to behold and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come into your own as a pupilist. The time is ripe that I taught you the technique that won me countless bouts on the blood sands. It's called Demolish. Unleash it when in the curl form. It combines powerful punches and kicks that'll send your opponent reeling. You've grown strong, Peter, but your journey as a pupilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you cannot achieve. I'm living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself, never to be forgot.
Of course. Let's see here. What should I add? That adds 4. Well, that adds 18. Oh, goodness. Leg guards for sure. Demolish. Alright. Well, there's one more person for me to talk to over here. Brother from another mother. Tell me, do you know Professor Eric? He's a scholar of Eorzean military history whose genius is second to none. He's among our most valued clients. Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty, but never mind all of that. The man spends more gil on a moon's research than most people see to in a lifetime. Hence our amicable relations. His latest work with him visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts keep man away. Less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reasons, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we'll be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community, and so on and so forth. Yes, yes. The point is that the man must needs be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety. It turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him, just like any Alamigan. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels endangered, and so has demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Pieter. The professor is awaiting his new escort as we speak, and I'd like for it to be you. You're yet a mere pupilist. Perhaps this task will provide some insight into what it is that the monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild, and there seek out a good Professor Eric. The professor claims he will pay his debt and the fees for his protection once his research is complete. See to it that our investment doesn't end up under the paw or the maw of some nasty beast. All right. Let's see if we can't get this going. Let's see. You say Goldsmith Guild? Here it is. I see him. Fortunately, lit up on my map. Hello, Sir Eric. Ah, my punch-prone manservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however you are asked. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through an ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in the simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys with armies charging blindly at one another. This is false. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands are to be sung of in the songs of bards. False! They are here, beneath our very feet. And to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped into the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treaties have you read? All of the... None? God, I knew adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so. Well, it matters not. I require only that you work with diligence, unlike that Wildergelt buffoon. The man proved to be a sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra, or whatever it is those barbarians do all day. I admit, he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 knows where and is yet to return. Do you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Yes, I do. Good, good. You show that much promise, at least. But let us speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Solda excavation site in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import in the history of Solda transpired there. Oh, surely if you have ears, you've heard of Solda. Are you as deaf as well as dull? Oh, very well. I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Solda was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lelawu's demise, or the King of Springs, as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, foment unrest amongst the people, resulting in violent outbreaks throughout his kingdom. Solda was sultan of the time, a distant descendant. The attack was ordered. And also, irony of ironies, hasn't been that horse. Yes, I understood all of that. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one things that could not have happened any other way, no? False. One among my colleagues decreed that this interpretation of events, he claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence, should it truly even exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices even you. And so, we make for the Solda excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel that way before me and see that it is safe. And once there, set up this air thermometer. And should you ever care to know more about airs and military history, do come and see me. It's a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm towards some modicum of enlightenment. Central Thanalan, right? Yep. He guessed correctly. Hooray. Oh my goodness. The Solda excavation site. What happened?
Oh, I'm just trying this on. It was so cool.
Ah, waifu likes the outfit. Got it.
Yeah, this is the seasonally bad.
Cool. Well done. Now, we need only wait for the thermometer to gauge the... Well, there are fiends about, Peter. They're often drawn to the lingering scent of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. I shall punch them until they beg for me. Ah, here comes a trooper. Well, that's friggin' hot. Fascinating. This data is really valuable. There, you look kind of funny. Glittergelt, so good of you to drag yourself all this way, you purblind sluggard. Oh, and Peter, you far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I had of you. I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it from me to deny the realms unread the comfort of one's own company. Vittergelt, Peter, Vittergelt, the monk I spoke of, sent me back by Gregorada. I tried to make a pupil of Vittergelt as well, but he has a little mind for history. His primitive beliefs of the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Oh, truly? This is the area where you've had sightings of walking dead? I've heard the tales. Some claim they've seen an apparition, like wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful. There are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle long ago. Much enemy energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. This is as Eric said. Vittergelt is my name. I'm a brother of the monkhood. My order is the Fist of Ralgar. Our way is to train the body and the mind. The fist is our weapon. With it, we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is the sacred place. It can be opened and the life force within controlled. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all living beings. Yet not all beings can open them. Much training is needed, and great discipline. And with these, the life force be commanded. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I've heard of this happening, but never have I seen it. Until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then with the order's leave. But your chakra is awakened, that is clear, and so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memories enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on an ancient battlefield. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. This is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. Professor Eric's leaving. Fear not. I will see to his safety. Please, brother, the air thermometer. Gather it and bring it to the Goldsmith's Guild. That's pretty cool. Did that guy even have any weapons? Well, look who just decided to grace us with his presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I'm just about to begin my analysis, so if you matters you wish to speak on, I ask you save it for... Here's your aetherometer you forgot. You brought the aetherometer. Excellent. I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now, let us see what discoveries await. Vildergelt passed along a soul crystal to you? Moved to join the monkhood by the boneheaded cloud, were you? Moved to join the monkhood by the boneheaded cloud, were you? Well, I suppose it is for the best that my pupils get along. But I do believe I will see to it that you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements. And I dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly, if you mean to defend yourself, and me besides. Quest complete. The monk is unlocked. If it souls monk's path, you've opened a chakra within you. Next month quest will be available from Eric upon reaching level 35. Sucker gauge expanded. All right, let's see here. Rock Breaker is now available. Okay, those two are done. On to Astrologian. Leash guard for a lesson in patience. And the best music in the game so far.
Huh?
Said, and the best music in the game so far. In Ishgard. Lower area, of course, I immediately left. Shrug. I'm doing well, Peter. Well then, at least that makes two of us. I cannot keep such important news from you, Peter. Lady Leveva and Coperitane. Just last night, they fell victim to another ambush at the hands of bandits. The ever-resourceful Coperitane proved his invaluable worth once again, with a dashing display of chivalry that would shame any knight at the sea. A statement that attests to the sorry state of our knights. But that is a chat we can have over a different cup of tea. When Lady Leveva attempted to retire to a room in that filthy inn at the Broom, I had her sorely disused second floor cleared and furnished for trappings of my own home. She's up there now and asked to see you at the moment you arrived. Hey there, Leveva. What's up? Wait, you don't seem at all surprised to see me here. Did Gilliquinard tell you of the attack? Damn the fool, after I told him to keep his mouth shut. Though I suppose I must bear some of the fault for ever thinking he could do as he was told. Now, I suppose you're wondering why I summoned you here to these makeshift chambers. And no, it is not to do with the bandit attacks that appears are much more common in your realm than I thought. There are times when the heavens must provide you with a vision of a future that is slightly beyond your original aim. In these cases, the stars are not flawed, only out of order. So by shuffling the card back into the deck, we are in no way ignoring or denying the future, merely postponing a reading intended for a later date, and replacing it with something that better pertains to the present. I trust you'll pack up this technique swifter than Gilliquinard. Definitions of astrologians transcend. draw. Are you ready, my pupil? The gate to the fourth heaven awaits. However, the location I have chosen for attunement will not remain the most optimal for long. You are to train with Jules Cunard, and I will make the journey with Cura Pavane. There are no objections? Good. It's Lady Leveva you seek. She just left the Corcotain and for Limsa. If you make haste, you may be able to catch them at the airship landing. Me, as much as I'd like to indulge myself on the pillows of Rotano pleasure barges, there's a congress to be held at the vault, and all the prominent houses have been summoned. My presence at such an event would be sorely missed, so I fear this next lesson must needs proceed without me. I'm certain the Lady Leveva will understand. I can always open the third gate another day, or was it the fourth? Third or fourth. It's of no matter. The stars certainly are not going to be going anywhere. And there you miss your chance, friend. Time-sensitive events. My lord, the Lady Leveva is missing. We disembarked the airship together, but became separated in the chaos of the landing. Seeing how the lady found herself the victim of bandit attacks twice since arriving at Eorzea, I fear she may be targeted once again, especially considering her location. This is my first time setting foot in Limsa, but I have been made aware of its landmarks. I'm using the wrong voice for this guy. Might I suggest we search independently so that we might cover more ground? I shall start with several of the seemingly more disreputable locations, such as the Drowning Wench, the Escadalia, and the Missing Member. Would my lord be so kind as to search Fisherman's Bottom and the Coral Tower? Let us meet at the Seven Sage once our survey is complete. What's that, Vikib?
20-odd summers since I spilled me Mars loins, and ain't once I ever heard of the word astrologian. Now, in the span of 2 bloody spells, I've gone and met myself not one, but an honest-to-goodness pair of live stargarpers. Don't see where the other fair-skinned lass buggered off to. One's that, though. Off end up the pleasure barges, if you catch me drift.
Alright, and let's hit up upper zones. The Marauders Guild. What's up, Rainer? Another astrologian. How odd. Not often that we see, even in our city-state, known for its diversity, welcomes a single reader of the stars upon the gates, let alone 2 in the same day, no less. Yes, it took a few moments from my duties to speak with her about the city-state. She seemed quite interested in our dealings with the Sahagin, the Serpent Reavers, and the Garlean Empire. I told her what I could, but she left only a few moments. It was as though she thought she was being pursued, but the Charlayan was gone before I could assign her a yellow jacket escort. What a bitch, she went downstairs. Yep, there she is. Oh, nope, there's a man who met her.
I seen this stuffy lass in rum garb poking her little overly head in holes where they wanted. 'Tis rare we get one so worldly down here in the gurgling belly of the tower. I had to halt training to work out what the fuss was about. The maid inquired as to where she might find herself a nip or two of some of the strong stuff, so I pointed her in the direction of our resident apothecary, Kervelin, over the Seventh Sage.
So gather information at the Seventh Sage, then. I've already done my run. Alright. I'll catch it later. Lord Pieter, I bear good tidings. The Lady de Veve is scheduled to return here within a matter of bells. It seems she entered the contract with Caravellan for the purchase of several of the apothecary's wares. An interesting girl, that one. Very rarely do we see young maidens walk the Leminson streets without escort, and also never do they come to me seeking spice. Still, she did appear quite uneasy, as if being watched or followed, suspicious. I must say, not uncommon in our fair city. Might be she in some matter of trouble. The few who agreed to speak with me, the drowning wench and the missing member, claimed the same. My short stay at the Astrologia bore no fruit whatsoever. What were you able to find, my lord? Merely that she was talking and asking questions about the city. I see, so we have ascertained the lady is being followed, and that she's aware of the fact. If this is the case, I believe she will attempt to move somewhere to be in plain sight of as many people as possible. I doubt that will help in this town. Kidnappings and killings are conducted in broad daylight here, and when they happen, most people will just keep their heads down so as not to have them removed from their shoulders. Oh, damn this town. My lord, I shall set out once more and try to locate Lady Liveva. There's still the chance that she may return here on her own, so I ask that you remain in case she does. If she's not arrived at the rendezvous point by the time of her scheduled meeting with the Caravellan, then we shall both go to the one location that's most populated by the Sun Falls and Leminsa, the Drowning Wrench. It appears your companion is tied up. Not literally, I hope. Perhaps you should head to the wench and see if she is there, like your friend believes. Though I fear if she does not make it that far, she will never find her again. At least not alive. Worry not, my starry-eyed friend. If in any case she were to arrive here after your departure, you have my word that no harm shall come to her while she remains beneath the Seven Sages' doors. Woman in black? What's wrong with the woman standing before you? Alright, so I'm not that woman, I guess. Nice, that's scurrying off to the High Line. Someone that saved me? It's just explosion. A brave knight in shining armor. Saved me a gutter or two. Those are still better would attempt to stall us, meaning the lady still eludes them. Follow me. Peter, we must save Lady Liveva. Like moths with flame. Really be pleased if I bring her back to you wings. An imposter. Fire and kiss. Dude, hold up. I'm trying to heal you. Which one is Lady Liveva? Is Lady Liveva. You even have to ask her, Parentain. I cannot even trust my own eyes. Which one is Lady Liveva? There we go, Peter. There's someone connected with the imposter. Lady Liveva, stay behind me. Evil still lurks. Well, she's one of us. Lady Liveva, you have my apologies. It was my fault I allowed us to become separated. Do not blame yourself, Gurpatain. I sensed danger at the landing, and it was my instinct to run, as ever I have. I forgot I could trust you. Unfortunately, by the time I realized such, there was no sign of you, so I did what I could to blend in, choosing crowded places, speaking with as many locals as possible, though all the while feeling there were unseen eyes watching my every move. By the time I realized that my pursuers were simply leading me away from you, night had already fallen, giving them the perfect opportunity to strike. It was then that I witnessed several of the bandits had disguised themselves in garb similar to mine. I assume this was to confuse the three. 2 of you, still standing for me, still searching for me. It was then that I conceived the idea to play the part of the imposter myself. Why hide in the shadows when I could hide in plain sight? That was quite brilliant of me, Lady Liveva. May I ask, were you at any time able to discern who these pursuers were? The amount of effort put into your capture would suggest that they are more than mere pirates looking to sell you to slavers. Unfortunately, no. I wasn't about to walk up and ask them who they were or who had hired them. That was all behind us now. Let us see if we can salvage something from this horrible night. The 4th gate ascends nearby, Pieter. Shall we not see it made yours? To the anchor yard. Of course. Well, I'll be a barnacle in a kraken's arse. If it ain't the Stargoppin lassie come to scry us our fortunes. Tell us, which one of you be dying first like? The red-beat knight or the carpet codpiece? Or the stern-faced venturer and this hobby high horse? God damn it, how many pirates are in this godforsaken hell? It's kind of the whole thing about Limps and Laments, so keep the serpent reeling. Even my life is over. Oh, my lady. I'll get away this time. Alright. And that guy spoke a lot, but I didn't catch what he said. Lay down them weapons, or I'll cut the old man a new chin. Sorry, I'll cut the man a new grin under his chin. I cannot believe that actually worked. Nor can I, but then again, never have I fought someone so credulous. Now, let us do this as they do in the Fear Babies. You step over here, I let the man go. Easy peasy. Wait, I know you. You're the bandit leader who attacked Lady Leveva's grandfather, the Black Shroud. Someone has a good memory for being so on in years. Well then, this changes everything. First off, I can finally drop this annoying pirate accent. And secondly, I suppose I can simply kill you now, rather than after pretending to let you go once the lady has drawn close enough. Stop right there, unhand that man, or I'll have your head tarred and on the prow of the galley by cockcrow. First maniacal Monados, then feline fishers, and now the commodore of a swimming Thaliasic navy. How many more gods in this machine going to drop on me? Until next time, Lady Leveva. You have my apologies. I was a fool to fall for that bandit's trick. Amazing. In all my years, it's the first time I've ever seen that feigned death trick actually work. And now is not the moment to be dwelling on our many failings. I have a dastard to apprehend. You'd be surprised how often people run after being told to stop right there. Not actually. Lady Leveva, that pirate. She was the same bandit who... Yes, I know, and that changes little. For I still have no idea who she may be, or who she may be working for. There's aught we can do until the Commodore brings the woman to justice, or until she decides to attack us again. What we can do is what we came for, Pieter's trading. Now look at the stars and behold the arrow. The fourth heaven, or the heaven of wind, was created atop a lofty peak by Ocean, the wanderer whose footsteps had been guided by the navigator. The wind that blows off Lamellan seas guides the arrow fast and true, and so it shall deliver the weary souls of those trapped in the mire of confusion, indecision, and over-contemplation. The fourth heaven has opened its gates, allowing you to access its sacred penitentiary. On this day forth, its powers is yours to interpret and wield. That power will further aid you as you continue to hone your skills. Now, let us return to Ishgard. I have a few words for a certain student of mine who felt inclined to forgo this particular lesson. Yeah, I figured that would be bad for him. Arrow blazes in the welkin, unlocking the gate to the fourth heaven. You missed something important, sir. Pieter. You've had the decency to warn me that Lady Leveva was in a mood for me, for not joining me. Sorry, for not joining you. She seemed to think I was to blame for your misadventures. Why would that be? It's not as if my being there would have prevented the bandits from attempting to abduct Leveva. Those being the same bandits who attacked you in the Black Shroud, which, by the way, is another location I was not at. This is plainly something far beyond our control. And furthermore, it's not as I was merely sipping cordials or waltzing with baronets. I was helping further our cause. I spoke with several high-ranking cardinals about Lady Leveva being granted the opportunity to speak at the Vault regarding Charlayan astrology. What do you think of that? I was politely turned down, of course, but it's a gesture, the gesture that will one day lead to another gesture, which will one day lead to a head inclined slightly in the general direction of another gesture. Little steps, my protege. Little steps. Yes, little schleps. That sounds nice. Okay. We're back up the dancer. Alright. We shall dance with the next mission when I get back from the restroom. I'll be right back. Yes.
to go on the seasonal event today, I can go with you so I can help you with some battles.
You say it's inside the Limsa Laminsa, what's it?
Oh, their tavern.
Yeah.
The gun.
Gotcha.
You're looking for a well-known by the name of Mumu or something.
Okay. I'll get that done and then I'll continue with the story. Rumor has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate fact from fiction.
Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? I'm Ramumu with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've been hearing so much about. No doubt one such as worldly as yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart, Peter Winsome, practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded by the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. This should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start.
Quest accepted. Can't do it with that one. So we'll do it with Monk. Close to the soul, please. Hey there, Romumu, what's up?
Ah, you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was here just a few bells ago, or so I was told. Look over there. Could it be?
Beg your pardons. Please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we are close to Selbina, or perhaps Marura? I fear I'm hopelessly lost. I'll use the right voice for her.
Sabina, Marura. Sorry, dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Vildebrand. Eastern Lanaska, to be precise. I'll take you if you're a Far Easterner traveler, then there's talk of the taverns as of late. You've cut the warpath through Erzea, from what I've heard.
Yes, I hail from the Far East, but Vildebrand, Lanaska, I cannot recall such names. Though truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings.
By Bragan's beard, you mean you've lost your memory?
I remember my name's Iora. I've been training my way in the glaive, though I still feel like I'm a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... Oh, forgive me. It's hard to make sense of what I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of Master, and of such powerful techniques I labor to perfect at Matsukuri. I'm certain it's essential to completing my mission.
Interesting you'd remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teaching, it stands to reason that other related memories may come back to you.
Recalling my mission by first recalling Master's teachings, yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of my teachings I've learned have a specific purpose. Yet only the matter of focusing on this particular one.
This is the scoop I've been waiting for. A Far Eastern warrior in a special mission? What if we're in danger? Oh, this isn't some fairy tale like Peter's story. People need to know, but there's no good for us if she can't remember anything. help her so she can get to the bottom of this.
Sure.
Here, take this map before you go. Trading won't do any good if you get lost now, will it?
Your kindness is greatly appreciated. Thank you. To journey alone in this strange land will be a trial on its own, I'm sure. Now we explore the shore south of here. I recall mentioning that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures there are similar, I would very much like to try my hand against them.
And I trust you'll ensure that she has the opportunity to do so. Now, don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll come after coming through the gates.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take care of her.
Yep,
It joins. Too many people to fight. It completes.
Okay. All right. Excellent. It did acknowledge for you.
That'll suffice for now. Fighting alongside such a seasoned warrior has been educational. I am grateful you chose to accompany me. Did you want to join parties?
Sure.
Training at the beach was invigorating. It's been far too long since I enjoyed such sport, fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war. I'd like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first, I doubted crabs would be as suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells swing after swing over and over again, I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. Oh, if only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Well, here's your shard. Oh my, what a particular stone. I sense something within it. Something familiar, something dark. I grew in battle in the cold against evil made manifest, a lord of shadows, long dead, yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance, I remember. And yet, I'm not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect a Mutsikuri. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridani, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and cunning I would expect from the true battle. Now then, let us be off. While we're finished, we can meet at the nearby town. All right, Ben Betcher Meadows, let's go. You have joined the Fates. Faith complete, and I got no credit for it.
So it'll just take a few minutes to come back.
There must be a way for me to improve more quickly.
Yeah. The last battle in this seasonal event is a fate that you activate, so you won't have to like wait. Come on, fate, restart.
Yep, this sure is fun, all right. There's a couple of things I would expect would be here that aren't.
Boxing.
What's this?
It would give me more experience.
It seems we've driven them back. Scarcely match your pace. This will not do.
I'll go right at the next place.
Thank you for once again aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat. There's a stone shard for you. Oh, you found yet another strange stone. Yes, it radiates with a warmth much like the last, but the color is... Wait, did you hear that? You know, let me in on what's going on? That long and arduous journey together with the young girl, this vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together. We were not alone, nor I dare say our comrades are well worth beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaken such missions? I can't make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking for a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills, the Segoli Desert. If it's what I was told was true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, as no one lives to tell of its great might, but together I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest in Oldar.
So this one is where it gets a little tough.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just change jobs if I have to.
When I was at my level 32 gladiator, I could not do this one.
Okay. Alright. Give me a minute. I need to remove some of my materia. Oh, I can't do either one of those without it. Probably. And success. I think we managed to defeat such a foe. Yet I find there's something within me still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find a way home. I have no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting a legendary circuit. If not for you, I would be but one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Here's a shard for you. Another stone. Yes, it comes to me now. Mortal struggle, forbidden magic uttered, and a final bid for salvation. It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventures. It was not my life I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspect that such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within this stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remember my home, Vanadil. It's not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now. It's all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield a Matsukiori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well. But first I must see to my training to its completion. After waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing the Bronze Lake. This is a perfect opportunity for me to put in practice everything I've learned. Today is the day I wield the power of our Matsukiori. After this last endeavor, let us meet at Limsa Laminsa. Alright. Final battle. It's joined. On your guard, I sense a dark presence. There, it is not alone. I'm not alone either. I'll deal with the dragon. Pray, attend to the eye.
I learned my lesson.
You could heal me if you have any healing abilities.
No, I don't.
Well, thanks for the help. Can you raise me from the dead?
No,
Cool.
I can't do it.
Let's try the same mission with an astrologian then.
What level are you at?
Okay, let me get to where I'm going first, and then I can answer your question.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I still can't join you. Your levels are too low for me. That won't let me join your battle.
Oh, it's just letting me go right back to it. Just forced me to lower my level first. Okay, I'm nearing my limit.
Okay, good. You got it. You put that high.
No, I did not come this far to fail now. I will return to my world. Master. Power heals me. The power of a Matsukuri. Come, Peter. It begins. Check it out, the Red Dragon. I'm really not in a situation where I can tank this thing. Doing much better this time. Hey, success. Last my training's complete, all thanks to you. You were always there to keep me on the path. I'll speak to you more, but not here. Let us make our way for Limsa Limits.
Alright, I leave you to
All right, thank you, waifu.
Sorry I couldn't help you fight that one.
It's okay.
I didn't know it would sink down.
Or rather, it wouldn't let you sink down.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me join the raid.
Okay. At last, the powerful Matsu. Kiori's mind to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this had been possible without your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I've told you before, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Van Ideal. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled, but fate sought to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time to escape the past before my darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal, whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. How can I help but feel I'm still forgetting something very else important, something that happened to Master? I suppose in time it'll come to me. Before I leave, might we go and speak with Mumu? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. Sure, let's go. Yeah, Mumu, thanks.
You already told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk to you about my story, about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? And you say you went back in time trying to save your world?
Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness. None save for mine, that is. Fate intervened, and I was sent back to the past to a time when I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadil. This is how I was reunited with Master, though at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember was a fierce battle in a strange light. When next I awoke, I was here. To be torn away from Master when I was needed most, my heart feels like it may burst.
How awful. You were close then?
Master was like family to me, an exceptional warrior besides. I've spent my entire life striving to become such a hero and live up to the legends I so fondly remember. It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is, until the gods fell into a slumber. That world was my home, Vanadil. It was home to three great nations, the Kingdom of Sidora, the Republic of Bastok, and the Republic of Winters. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife, they turned to a single hero, my master. This must be one of those Final Fantasies I never played. Be be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance or a spiteful god of destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. Those graphics look like this could be Final Fantasy XI's story. So long as there was life and light in the world, the legend of Vana'diel was the greatest heroes live on. There's little one of these stories were the first thing to spring back to my mind. I have all but memorized them. But no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me. For a moment when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master, and I... Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often does have that effect on people. I realize how ridiculous it seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream. But for me, this world is the dream, and now it is time to awaken. When next time I open my eyes, I will be home in Vana'diel, once more at Master's side. This may be just a dream, but it's one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. Sure thing. Hello, hello, Bruni. Welcome. Getting the seasonal event out of the way. It would seem I'm not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess? Who knows? If it is by her will, then so be it. So it shall be. I vow to work hard every day, to become a worthy warrior of her teachings. And then when the time comes, we shall meet again, here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the Waken world. There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventurer from another world traveling back in time to save her people? Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Pieter. But for her sake, I hope that she finds her way home, whatever that may be. Of course. All right. So how have you been, Bruni? These are all level 1. Quest complete. And let's see if we can store this. Usually I can store that stuff at the end. Green's lad, what can I do for you this fine day? Have a nice rest. Okay, am I speaking? Alright, yep. Alright. Just making sure. Alright, just waking up. Very good. Got coffee. Nice. I'm envious. Yes, coffee is good. I can't have coffee just yet. But soon, soon.
Unless I drink it all up.
Unless you drink all of it.
Then
You mean person, you.
you'll need
Let's see. Hiya, wifey. How are you? Brittany says hello.
Oh, hi, Bruni. I'm awake.
I don't know. You don't seem very awake to me. Are you sure you're awake? Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
You've almost finished your double cup of coffee.
How are you doing, Bruni?
Bruni said, just waking up, getting coffee.
Yep.
Kitty's having such a good time.
Yep.
He's got the zooms. Other than that, good? Awesomes. I'm going to desynthesize these since we already have a better one. And we need space more than we need that. And here's another double, so we'll desynthesize these as well. Alright, and if you're going to pick Final Fantasy XIV back up at another point, and never feel bad, by the way, for stepping away. There's a lot to this game. So, waifu is back into the game. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I
Had to take a break.
Yeah. First thing was that I picked up Final Fantasy. Wait, what is that? 15, 16?
16.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy 16, and then got stuck. And then after that, I picked up Persona 5 Golden.
Persona 4.
Yes, Persona 4 Golden. Sorry.
Can't desynthesize any of this. Well, okay. Can I desynthesize this one? Nope. Now we're good. All right, let's continue on. All right, back to regularly scheduled programming. I was getting some stuff caught up with the character. Let's see, what's next on the journal? If you ever step away, never feel bad. Breaks are always needed with this game.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Coming into his own. I'm going to head back to almost got your bard to 50. Nice. Yeah, I was working on my alternate jobs again, trying to stay in character for Pieter, jobs he would do. But they're all so far below everything else I'm doing. So it's taking time. Bard is fun. We're definitely working on Bard also. Not finished with Archer yet, though, with Pieter. All right. What am I doing? This is a push. Trying to grind, but I'm taking my time and switching up classes so as to not get bored. Very important. Oh, nothing there. Okay, that will be done. Hope to make it worth my while. Oh, that's lots of money. $47,500. And the weathered shepherd slops.
How many did you have?
Huh? Plenty. Well, I need to just
Every time you move it,
deconstruct
go on
these.
the side, and I send an Andrew yet another.
Yep. Alright, got those magic prisms going. And what else?
You have a more meaningful task for me.
Level 55. Level 100. Oh yeah, we can really up his outfit from here. The White Ranger. Okay, got nothing there. So we got nothing here either. Why there? Let's just plug in whatever. Not crafting though. Oh, screw it. Let's just go. That's fine. Okay, time to assign a venture. Exploration it is.
Excellent decision, sir. Ventures are my specialty.
Alright.
Thy will be done.
And we'll work on this guy too.
I trust it'll be worth my while.
Nope, not a venture yet. Let's check your gear first. Oh. Alright. So, venture. Explore the field.
I'll perform your menial task. Hope next time you'll have a more meaningful task for me.
Excellent. Okay. So from here, what will we be doing? Oh, right. I need to check on... Sorry. On loud sounds. Check on... Unidentifiable seeds. That's my next thing I'm trying to collect. So... Should be right over here. not quite there. I need 7 more unidentifiable seeds, and I'll be good. Someone is playing Titanic. You were exactly right. Yeah, I almost commented on it. At Limsa Laminsa Plaza, someone is playing the Titanic music.
Oh.
My heart will go on. All right, so let's go into the Deltascape. Oh, that's right. Oh, we're doing some weird crap right now. Oh man, we only got like 2.5 hours left, but we're gonna do some weird crap.
Is this main scenario tool?
So I have finished main scenario quests, and we are now into post content, and this is what Omega has been up to.
Oh. So,
Almost early from when the Titanic went under, right?
so your family at the time.
Good evening to you. We'd be seeing it beyond. Well, I was going to, but then this man wanted to die, so let's kill him first, since he is so insistent. It's not my plan, but kill him. This guy's like, kill me, senpai. Wait a minute, let me check on that. Before you went any further, you're like, let me check on that. Didn't you, sir? We'd be sitting in the beyond? I will. Hey there, Alpha. Quick, where? Alpha appears ready to proceed. You may enter Deltascape version 1.0 whenever you're ready. Deltascape V 1.0 is accessible. New regular duties have been added to Duty Finder. Rest in peace are like 12 of these. Oh, I need average item level 295. So I need to improve my level. Oh, I can't do this. It has that. I have yet to do them myself. Well, I don't have the right equipment for Dancer yet, so I can't do this yet. Darn. Shucks. And I was so looking forward to doing this menial task. At least done on the bun, the first 2, I think. Yeah. I'll get there eventually. It's definitely something I will do, though. We'll deal with the darkness below when we get there. You have to have about that because it's a lot of grind. Yep. Yep. Grind is partly what I do here. I try to have the grind that is not like level related off stream, but I do some grind here. And I do appreciate the heads up. Of course. It seems everyone has begun to tire from the long journey. It may be time for us to take a slightly extended break. I've been so eager to see Alamigo again, I may have forced them to walk faster than I should have. However, we've already waited 20 years for this moment. Putting it off a little while longer should be no problem. I think that's enough rest for now. Our next destination is the Locks via Castra Mabania. From there, it'll take hardly any time at all to reach Alamigo. Come on, everyone. Yep, the Locks are nearby. Yeah, everybody loves the Locks. Yeah, we'll do the Locks later. First, we got this stuff to do. Cool music. That is one thing I do enjoy about turning off the mount music. I get to enjoy the music of the places more. We've come from Little Alamigo, hoping to help our fellow Alamegans rebuild their homeland. Please, let us through. Sorry to say I can't let you pass without something that proves that you are not Imperial informant. Peter, why didn't you say something sooner? Of course you may pass. My sincerest apologies. I'm truly sorry for stopping you, but we've been on high alert ever since we received word of these informants. I hope you're able to forgive me. Take care on your journey. Alamigo's close. There's still plenty of creatures between here and there that just seek to do you harm. Thank you for warning us, and do not worry about the misunderstanding. I've lost count of the number of times you've helped us now. Right, everyone, let us resume our march toward home. Well, I'm glad I could help you, Bertliana. Alright. I can fly here. I'm so happy. This place is miserable and you can't fly. Looks like there's one away from the others, so we're going to try to get those first. Well, let's help these guys. Alliance soldier was right to warn us. I was a bit too close for comfort. Alamigo's in our sights now. Once we reach the city, you must find Galabon's nephew, Witchard. You're a Witchard, Harry. The rest of this all going to be in the city? Oh, lordy. Sorry, I had to go there. I had to. Somebody was called Witchard, and I said, "You're a Witchard, Harry." I can always trust on my wife to laugh at my dumb jokes. She's so nice to me.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Yes, indeed. Toss a coin to your Witchard. That is correct. We could probably go on. There's probably a bunch of things we could do with this. Oh, hey there, Witchard. What's up?
I'm not a Witcher, I'm your wife.
Thank you. She says, "I'm not a Witchard, I'm your wife." Thank you. Thank you, my love. This is no illusion. We're truly back in Alamigo. So this is Alamigo. It's amazing. It truly warms my heart to see you all made it here safely. I'm Gulliban's nephew, Witchard. Thank you all for your help as well, Pieter. It's an honor to finally make your acquaintance, Witchard. My name is Bertliana. Your uncle tasked me with leading the first group from Alamigo. I was born and bred in Thanalon, so this is my first time seeing Alamigo. My parents often told me stories, but I never dreamed it would be quite so stunning. Yes, it's actually better during the day. Welcome to the home of your ancestors. I'm sure some of you are still worried about leaving your old lives behind. However, you need not fear. I swear on my uncle's life that you will enjoy leaving here. Will enjoy leaving here? No, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble speaking. My brain has been, shot this morning. I've had so many misspeaks. It's crazy. Allow me to thank you once more on behalf of everyone, Pieter. We would not be here were it not for your aid. I'm forever in your debt. Yes, collect. It's just another day in the life of a hero. As you're aware, not much time has passed since our city was liberated, but I'm confident that once we've begun to rebuild in earnest, we'll be able to start trading with other nations. It is my hope that little Amigo will be willing to act as an intermediary for us. That sounds like a fine idea. I am certain they'll be more than glad to help. Glad this is going out. Good news for all. Hey there, Bertliana. Bertliana's ready to honor a fallen comrade. Now that we've safely arrived, it's time to honor Wilred's memory. Richard, would you happen to know the nearby cenotaph? My mother told me that there was one not too far away from Alamigo. Ah, yes. She'd been referring to the Tomb of the Errant Sword. You'll find it just to the north of the city. Historically, many Alamegans have worked as mercenaries. This naturally means it's not an insignificant number of our people have died fighting in foreign lands. It's not right that we have some... Is it only right? It is only right. We have somewhere to pay our respects to them. Oof. Yes, of course. Thank you for telling us its location. Right, Peter. Let us head to the Tomb of the Errant Sword. Tell me when you're ready to depart. Ready to depart? Tomb of the Errant Sword is meant to lie to the north. Let us meet in front of it. So I just needed to get you to leave. My, what a mature maid you are.
You want to hear an old maid's stories, do you? Aye, well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see his royal majesty after he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered. And after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow, and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat.
Yes, it's very nice talking with you, ma'am. Retired Redungan. Rogadon.
I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric, and lived to tell a tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter of my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell's bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Earnold. He was the head king's scribe.
The head king? There was more than one king?
No, I meant the king's head scribe. Sorry, for some reason my brain's not working this morning.
Well, I mean, it is 12:18 a.m. Hey there, Highlander.
In the palace? No, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up in the divine audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung up from the top of those steps. Suffice to say that I stayed as far away from that place as possible.
Goodness, this is quite the metropolis. Hey there, Arnold.
Yes, I'm Arnold. What do you want of me?
I'm asking about the Mad King.
You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet, if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well. I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining member of the royal family.
magic which transformed them into fiends of various aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodric's blood were prone to share his madness, then perhaps it was a kindness the monarchy ended with him. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastical treasures and found precisely none. It's just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately made the fact of Trove's discovery, hoping to rid himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Pieter? What are your investigations? Were they more fruitful? I learned all kinds of things. Turned into monsters? What could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Alighieri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said not of cursed abominations. The Imperial archives are so silent, and the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could the scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Do you believe him, Pieter? His fears seem genuine. If he was afraid, it does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how this helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Anod's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden. But ere I shared my theory, there's a matter I would clarify. Ehrenwald, you spoke of a light-hearted adventurer, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? It wasn't all pretense, I swear it. But you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. This happens a lot when armies pass through. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pure-blood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. In the end, she turned me out into the street and was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo. I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo, a feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. The best I can say about the years that followed was that I survived. But I hated the animal I had become. Eventually I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound on the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me to the company of the Scions. I tell you this so you may understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arvold, and I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall. But I felt it best to be clear on our intentions. Well, Pieter, are you content to surrender the treasure of Arvold's noble cause and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? Of course. Then I should be glad to tell you my theory of the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you're minded to hear it. Excellent. Accessories of aiming. Let's go. Huzzah! Excellent. And
believe that puts us over, so we can do that other mission if we want. But first, we gotta do the stuff here first.
Well, out with it. What's this theory of yours?
Sorry, wrong voice. Well, out with it. What's this theory of yours?
Actually, it may happen to be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean?
Good thinking.
That was not exactly the reason, but is certain a valid reason. Let us reconvene at the southern edge of the Loch Seld.
Probably would have been better just to go through the gate, but whatever. Oh. Right freaking here.
Forgive me, it was not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight when I explain things. Prior to the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines, and this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Skala, which rose and fell during the Fifth Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to the prison, but to a palace still further below, the ruins of Skala. My father surmised the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure.
Wait, you're saying they're meant to guard the Mad King's trove?
Precisely.
And since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance to the old city would have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Pieter, would you be so kind as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arnvald and I will seek out an encircled portal within the palace. Yes. Discover a passage which appears to lead to the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. So I guess we'll do this before we do the other, because I was meaning to get that green, but that's fine. I found the stone door. Meow. You come to a worn stone door standing temptingly ajar. It would appear that you have found an entrance to a subterranean ruin. Pieter, it's Orfino. We've searched the prison beneath the palace and found a teleportation portal, concealed by enchantments. The markings indicate it leads to an underground cavern. What news on your end?
Lots of news, actually. And you'll believe it leads into the ruins. I dare say we'll be able to meet within. Go on and head through the door. By the way, I took the liberty of calling on a friend for help. I guarantee she's both dependable and discreet. We'll see you soon. The drowned city of Scala now accessible. Alright, we'll do that later. He's like, I don't want to cuddle. I want to struggle.
Yes. He loves struggling.
He really does.
Oh. I just got back in here. You're in a really neat looking place.
Yes, I am.
Giving you all the attention you want.
He'd be like, wait, no, stop, keep going. Wait.
Yes. Ah, there you go, yes.
You're like, this was what I wanted all along.
He's like, you can pet me too.
Well, Red, can you see this view as well? It's truly stunning. Crimson mountains. Kind of hard to see at night. A sea of clouds, a mighty fortress. It's just as Gunwald said. Still can't believe you're not here to see it too. Well, whatever, I'm just going to leave your fur. I promise you I'll do everything I can to make sure future generations are willing and able to live here in peace. Just like you wanted to. Thank you. He kept preventing me from pulling it out.
Yeah, he doesn't like it when we touch his paws.
So please wait for me, wherever you are, just a little bit longer. I cannot wait to tell you all about our wonderful homeland. Thank you, Peter. I'll not take my new life in Alamigo for granted. It's a gift that Wilred will never get to receive. Do take care, and I hope to see you here again someday.
Oh. Yep.
He's like, that's enough love.
No, actually, he had a sudden itch on his neck and could not scratch it well. And I like, would you like to come back up here? Let's just leave you down there. He's like, you can pick me back up.
Yep. Okay, so drowned city of Scala it is. Oh. How's this lolly go? is very futuristic. And this cyberpunk technology. What's that Juliet? All right, time to take a look at this here teleporter. What in blazes? Access restricted. This isn't good. Someone's already triggered the intruder defense system. Only way in now would be aboard an airship. That would mean, piloting the Enterprise. Bloody hells. How am I supposed to... Peter, you didn't hear that, did you? Oh, these are better than the Ironworks. Truth is, I'm just a simple man from the broom, meant for simple tasks. This is beyond me. With you here, though, I suppose things will work out, right? Maybe eventually, but first, I have to do my late party. Drowned city of Scala. Weird seeing swallow larva. like a seahorse. Right? Yes. As I recall, isn't this some very foreboding god from Shintoism? Got him. All right. Well, that could have gone better. Very nice.
It would appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
You're quite fortunate.
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Arnvold and I tried to do our fair share, but I feel you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden as usual. You truly lead the way with your adventuring prowess, my friend. Aye, without your help, I reckon we'd still be fumbling about in the dark. I'm glad I called on you. I must say, I'm still reeling at the sight of the mountain of riches. What, like you reeled at the sight of the floating specter, you mean? I wish you could have seen the look on your own face, Dolphino. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that is all that matters. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news. I think Lise should be the first. Seconded, she's bound to be delighted. If I'm no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Vama for me. Now then, there's a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so Lise is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise. And I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. Oh, that's the wrong voice. Oh, whatever. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people. They don't have Pietro and Alfino at their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote it goes toward alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, that's as much as you say. Arvold does not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you'll assemble a squad of your own most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for. That goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alfino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything. But I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome the advice you could give us, Alfino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters. They've started making demands. You'd best come see for yourself.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair. For it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast. It is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted. The ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet on.